Hey YouTube, welcome. Um, Glad you guys are joining us. Welcome back to another video. We have a different take on Yorion this time. I guess sort of. I mean, I don't know if it's yeah, it's a different take because the last obviously the one that's being played mostly is Esper. You might see Mardu, but this is a different take. This is more enchantment, Doom Foretold, Blink kind of effect. But so yeah, we're gonna try this deck out today and see how it works out for us. But if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, notification, like button, drop some comments in the video later on if you watch the video. But yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that we can keep up to date with the videos I post. So let's get into this deck tech real fast. It's called Abzan Enchantments. Um, the reason why it's Abzan Enchantments because we play a lot of enchantments. We have like pretty much most of our deck is obviously enchantments, and then we use Selesnya Champion to take advantage of all the enchantments. We use Archon to take care all the enchantments. So we have a bunch of enchantments, and then we use Calyx to grab our enchantments. And then our top curve, we have a one of Eerie Ultimatum. It's a way to like grab everything back, especially since Timid of Calls is milling your deck slightly. You can use Eerie Ultimatum to fill up your grade, and then use Eerie Ultimatum to start grabbing some of the stuff. But yeah, so this is the deck. Remember, Call one Yorion, so two Yorions total, three CDs. Like I said, we're using Selesnya Champion and Archon to take advantage of our enchantment package. But all right, so let's get into the deck. So I wanted to try this guy out just because it can protect our enchantments. Not really, I don't really care for the protect the creatures, especially since we're only running Selesnya Champion, Archon, and Yorion. It's more of to protect the enchantments. Like it's so if someone brings in Wilt or Thrashing Bronzodon or something like that, we can use it, sack it, and then our enchantment can gain protection. So that's the main reason I brought it in. And then on top of that, it's a 1 mana enchantment, so we can cast this on, say, if we have this on either turn 3 or turn 4, we cast this, and then for 1 mana, we can cast this and get a 1/1 draw a card. Or if we cast it with Archons in play, we get to create a 2/2 lifelinker. So for a 1 mana, being able to trigger these two guys' abilities is pretty good. And like I said, it's a 1 mana enchantment that could protect our enchantment. So we're trying this out as a 4 of. We'll see how this works out. It could be good, it could be bad, not really sure. We'll find out. Obviously, there's games where, you cast it for 1 mana, it's going to be very great. There's also games where you draw it late game and you're just like, well, what am I going to do with it? So let's give it a try. Three Birth Militus, it's an enchantment, helps us ramp, it helps us not ramp, but it helps us grab our mana. That's why we're playing 5 basic planes here. So it helps us grab mana. It creates an 0/4, gains us some life. Obviously, we split the Eliminate Heartless Act to 2/2. Because Eliminate is good against creatures without counters, good against Crawling Barrens, whereas Heartless Act can't touch like Crawling Barrens, can't touch Scavenging Ooze once it gets a counter on it. So we split it to 2/2. Obviously, Heartless Act's better against the higher cost creatures, like you kill Yorion, I guess Archon, stuff like that. So we did a 2/2 split here to see how it works. And we have other removal too. We have like Mythos, Nightmare, we have creatures we can do. We have ECDs, so that's why we're only running 2/2. We'll see how it works. If we're getting a little too aggroed out, then we can easily up this to like 3/3. Maybe cut 2 of these and make it 3/3. But we also have this as an 0/4 body, a life. We gain 2 life, so that's why we only have it at 2/2 here. And the meta right now isn't very aggro-y outside of Gruul, so we'll see how it works. 3 Wolf of Havens. This is kind of helps us ramp, helps us use Selesnya Champion to turn 3 Archon. It also helps Doom Foretold. What's it called? So if we have no we could put this on our land, and technically on turn 3 we can cast this, and we have something to sack for it. So helps us ramp. It helps us Doom Foretold effects. It's an enchantment for these two guys, so that's why we're running Wolf of Haven. And it also helps us with Eerie Ultimatum down the road, or Yorion, or some of these early spells. 3 Nightmares. Nightmares is very good against rogue decks. That's why we have it. It's an enchantment. It's a kill spell. It looks at their hand. It exiles graveyard if that comes relevant against like Rakdos or something. But mainly because it's an enchantment, it kills a creature 2 power less, mainly against rogues, and it can pick their hand apart or look at their hand, so rogues. Mythos, obviously we're in Abzan. This is a very powerful card. Three mana. It could destroy any non-land permanent as long as we play the 3 mana. Otherwise, it's just a 3 mana instant speed kill creature. So it's a very powerful card, and we have this in here against like Great Henge, against Embercleave, against Planeswalkers and stuff like that. Worst case scenario, it's a 3 mana kill, instant speed kill creature. 3 Treacherous Blessing. Obviously, we need to draw cards. It's a good card to get rid of with Doom Foretold. You play this on turn 3, you play Doom Foretold on turn 4, then you can sack your Treacherous Blessing, and you just drew 3 cards off it anyways, so it doesn't really matter. You want to get rid of this as well because the secondary effect where you keep casting spells, it does damage to you, is kind of bad. So only 3, not 4, so that's fine. 3 Terminative Calls. It's a way to mill our graveyard or mill our deck so we can get Eerie Ultimatum mana. It creates his bodies, 2/2s, and then the third effect, we can gain life. We could blink with the Yorion and then redo it again. It's an enchantment, so it helps the other guys out. Omen of the Hunt, we want to ramp. We want to have more cards in our deck that Yorion can blink. It helps us ramp. It helps the other 2 creatures out, but mainly it's there for the ramp and Yorion to blink it. Obviously, it's an enchantment deck. This guy is really powerful in an enchantment deck. He starts gaining counters, starts drawing cards. So this is another thing. So like, for example, this guy, Eliminate can kill him, but Hardest Act won't kill him. So that's why. So that's good. Since we're doing a little bit of ramping and we play a lot of lands anyways in an 80 card deck, I guess, we're doing some retreats here because, like I said, with Omen of the Hunt, we can start blanking the omens and then it starts triggering these. We only have 2 of these since we're not like a ramp deck. If we're a very ramp deck, then this would be a higher count. But 2 of it's an enchantment, like I said, Archon, this guy, Omen of the Hunt, play landfall triggers, whatnot. So I think it's fine at 2. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't really do anything for us and it's just drawing us a dead card, I don't think it should be because you could go wide with this card. So we'll see. So we're only running 3 Archons, whereas we're running 4 of this because this is a 3 mana, this is 4 mana. Obviously this creates a 2/2 lifelinker. This draws us cards, but 4 mana is the problem here. So 3 should be fine. We shouldn't have a problem with 3. I don't think we need 4 anyways. Obviously 4 Doom Foretold, we have a bunch of permanents. That's obviously 4 you need. 2 Calyx. This is, I like it because we run a lot of enchantments. So we have, what, 7 here, 10, 13, 16, what is this, 19, 22, 24, 26, 29 enchantments in an 80 card deck. It's almost half, like probably like 40% of our deck is enchantments, and we look at the top 4 to grab 1, so it should relatively hit most of the time. Worst case scenario, we could use the -3 effect since we're running all these enchantments, and we can take care of exile. You could exile their creature or enchantment and target our own enchantment. Obviously make sure you target an enchantment that doesn't leave from play on its own. So if you play this and you target, say, Timid of Calls or Nightmare, that's going to be bad because once the 3rd chapter resolves, the permanent leaves and then they get their creature back. So target something like Omen of the Hunt, or target something like Wolfhaven, or something like Retreat, or even you could even target Treacherous Blessing, I guess, if you want, or something like that. But I don't think you could target Treacherous Blessing. Yeah, because if you target Treacherous Blessing, then Calyx will remove Treacherous Blessing from his passive ability. That's another way if you want to get rid of Treacherous Blessing. I guess you could target Treacherous Blessing. But yeah, so that's a additional effect. And then obviously the -7 return all the enchantments is the other big thing. 3 ECDs, obviously this is a very powerful card. We don't really have creatures to bring back, but once they're gonna target and kill Archon and Champion, so you should have something in the graveyard to bring back. On top of that, Timur is gonna milk cards, so there should be a creature or even the Planeswalker in the graveyard that you should be able to bring it back. Plus it removes something like big cards, a Henge, a Embercleave, Vivians, Planeswalkers, all that stuff. So 1 Yorion, 1 here, 2 Yorion should be good. 2 Amaria's Call. It's another win condition kind of land thing. And then, like I said, Eerie Ultimatum is our top curve card. It's a one of, it can catch people off guard or whatever. So the lands are pretty basic. And there's nothing really to change here. We could do, so instead of the Temple of Malady, we could do what is it, the Temple of Silence. So it gives us white and black, especially since a lot of our lands are, a lot of our spells are white and black anyways. So and maybe I should just be doing 2-2 mix. So 2 Temple of Malady, 2 Temple of Silence. That might actually be better because we don't really need much green since we only have this as our green. Yeah, I think I'll probably change that to do 2-2. But then, I mean, the reason why we did this as a 4 of and not the silence is because kind of our sideboard. Our sideboard is pretty predominantly green and black. There's not any white cards here. So that's the reason we put it as Temple Malady versus Temple of Silence. But obviously, your main deck is very white, black. But then also another reason why we did 4 of these is because of Birth of Meletis could grab us planes. So we shouldn't have a problem having white mana because we run a lot of basic planes. This card, 4 of the pathways, the other pathways, the triumphs, fable passages. So that's the other reason we did this. So maybe I'll just keep it actually. All right, so that's sideboard. The rest, control decks, chain webs is there against the rogue decks. We put in 2 more Heartless Act, 2 more Eliminate to complete the thing. So we play against more aggro decks. We have the complete package to go in to stop like Gruul and stuff like that. Destiny Spinner is here against the Gruul decks. I mean, not the Gruul decks, the control decks. And the reason why is because its passive ability, it says your creatures and enchantments can't be countered. The activator ability doesn't really matter. It's mainly because the creatures and enchantments can't be countered. This completes the nightmare against also, like I said, against the rogue decks, against control decks, and then extinction to kind of get rid of stuff like board wipe. So, but yeah, this is the deck. It looks pretty good. So we'll see what happens in the matches. But yeah, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's go into the games. Let's try some enchantments. 94 versus an 87. All right. No, we're not on the play. All right. I'll keep because I have 2 mana with the can't eliminate, but or oh, never. I don't know. Hold on, actually, can't do anything here. I think it has to be I'm on the draw though. All right, we're gonna try. I'm on the draw. I have 2 mana. This will give me my 3rd mana. If I could draw a black source, there it is. I was like, if I could draw a black source, then my hand just becomes completely active. Now I can do this on green, put Wolfhaven on the plains, play the swamp, and I have a turn 3 Doom Foretold, I guess. Or play. I'd most likely rather play Temerate of Calls first, though. Oops, I was about to play the wrong card. Playing against Rakdos, maybe? Now we'll play... No, we're playing against Mardu? Interesting. Ooh, that's a good card. All right. Playing against Mardu, huh? But Mardu what? Mardu sacked, maybe? I'm gonna play this out first. So I could grab a defender and then I'll be able to play Calyx. So that way I can protect it. We'll remove Doom Foretold here, I guess. We do play 1 Abzan Eerie Ultimatum. So I'd rather keep Treacherous Blessing in the graveyard so I can use it to draw cards later down the road. Resolves. Oh, it's a Winota deck. Oh, man. All right. Well, this is going to be... Can't kill it either, so I have to use this. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting Winota, so that's dangerous. Well, luckily, the first Winota grabbed Winota. It's one less to deal with. They're going to scry to make sure to try to hit a creature, I guess. Smart. Wow. We'll block here. Okay, so then we're going to use Calyx to get rid of Winota, targeting the Wolfhaven. Or we can even also play Doom Foretold, actually. And get that going. We can even use ECD now, actually. Let's remove this. Actually, ECD is better. Is it, though? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be 5. I feel like Doom Foretold is probably better, because I'm going to sack this anyways. So I'd rather do this first. Make him sack the Winota, and then I can sack my Timurit, and then hold ECD for later. You know, I think it would be better that way. Okay, Will Strider is fine. Yep. And 2 Winotas are down. Robber, okay. If Robber attacks, we can block. I would have attacked maybe, but so we're gonna sack this. Ooh, there's Eerie Ultimatum, huh? Next to combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can exile this and make Doom Foretold sack this. Yeah, because we have creatures in the graveyard anyways, and we could sack. What is it? Illicit, I guess. I don't know what the name of it is, but they're gonna sack. Yep. We can attack with the token also. And then we're also keeping his creatures off board for when Winota won't work out. I mean, 2 Winotas are down, but he's gonna sack Robber with Doom Foretold. We're gonna sack this for Doom Foretold. So we're playing against Winota. All right, we managed to, I think, secure this game so far, unless something from like downtown comes out of nowhere. That's not gonna do anything, unfortunately, because Doom Foretold's gonna make him sack it. Well, okay. I guess I have to give up the wolf. I guess I drew another wolf. 1, 2, 3, 4, huh? They're gonna have to give this up. So white. We're gonna put it on this. And then we're gonna grab Yorion to our hand. No attacks, force them to sack. The reason we did this is because we don't want to give up ECD. We'd rather give up the Wolfhaven because we can grab this and then we start playing enchantments. We can start using the effect. So this way we could use all our mana and not have to give this up if we don't want to. Low Strider, sure. Because I do care for it and I don't, but I'd rather give up Wolfhaven, I guess, over ECD. Because this card's gonna start drawing us cards as we start hitting. We're gonna keep up black so we can use eliminate. And we're gonna draw a card here. Okay, there we go. They're gonna have to give up Woe Strider as well. All right, so Winota. So we need more removal here. Robber. I'm debating, but I don't think we need that. I think we just need more removal. So I'm gonna cut 2 of these because we need to max out the removal here. Maybe I should just cut them all, actually. Okay. I think we cut Nightmare. It doesn't really do much, actually, here against We are cutting a lot of our enchantments or permanents, so we have to be careful about that actually. So maybe do that, cut one of these. I think that would be better. So we did cut, what is it, 4, 5, 6 of our enchantments, but we brought in we brought in 2 eliminates, 2 heartless act, and 2 extinctions. We brought in 6 removal, and Winota, they need to keep creatures on board, so it should help us out this way. And heartless act, obviously at instant speed, we could kill Winota. I think since we're on the draw, I think this hand's fine. We have a scry land, a secondary land. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. We have an instant speed removal. Wolf of Havens, I guess, gives us our 3rd land. Ooh, this gives us our 3rd land too. I'll keep that. That gives us our 3rd land. Guarantee our 3rd land so that way we can play this since we need white anyways. So I think we're gonna put this on green, and then we're gonna, no, we can't put this on green. We have to put this on white. Never mind. Otherwise, we won't be able to go and play this card. That's fine. We'll use Wolf of Haven to make green mana for us. That's fine if he removes that. I don't mind. It actually kind of helps us out with this because now we can kill this. We got the value from it anyways by grabbing the land. We don't need more than that. We could draw an untapped land. That would be nice. We can go drop into a Doom Foretold. If he plays Winota, we got this to remove it. So, okay. Well, we didn't draw our land. Okay, and that's why we cut some of the nightmares because they're not really going to have spells. So if I play Wolf of Haven, he's just going to use the Skyclave to take it, I guess. But is that okay? That might be fine. Or is it just, if I throw this out, he for sure Skyclaves this. Maybe that's just better. If we would have drew a land, we would have been in pretty good position because Doom Foretold would have made him sack this. Then we would have sacked this. Well, let's hope he doesn't Skyclave our Wolf of Haven. We have Extinction. If he doesn't do that, we can take care of some of the creatures. Obviously, they have odd and even, so we can't really deal with both. Yep, Skyclave is going to take our Wolf of Haven. And that's why, well, I was like, well, okay, there we go. So we can't play Doom Foretold, obviously. Put this on black because we have a lot more black removal now. Can't play Doom, so we're going to play this out. And then play a Doom, possibly. This way we can also exile the Nightmare here. And we had a enchantment in the graveyard, so we could guarantee create a 2/2 off it. Pressure. Guess we're going to be taking, looks like 4 again, huh? No blocks. If he throws Bone Crusher or Woe Strider, we're going to call out Odd here for sure. Okay. Hopefully he throws Woe Strider out too. Because then we get to call out Odd and take 3 of his creatures. Obviously, then he's going to just start sacrificing them to Scry. But, you know, there's not much you can do more beyond that. I guess they're debating on if they should throw it out. All right, remove the Birth of Meletus. So I think throwing the Doom Foretold here is reasonably fine because we're gonna sack this anyways to it, and then next turn we can do like extinction on, I don't know, even or odd, and then go from there. And we have tokens to block some of his creatures, so he's gonna use the, yeah, cycle. We just gotta dodge Winota, I guess. And this makes it so there's one less Winota trigger. Hopefully he sacks the Basri, whatever, and plays this guy. That way we can extinction and just completely wipe his board. But there's no way they're sacking a 4/5 because they can keep attacking with it. So they're not slamming Winota, so that's good for us. That is good for us. No blocks. We're at 8. That's fine. We're not dead. As long as we're not dead, we're fine. All right, so we're gonna have to call out odd here, and then he can sack this. I guess he can sack this and sack this. It won't matter because then our Doom Foretold makes him sack that. Okay, sack this. Heartless sacked, huh? All right. So call out odd. So he has to do it now. If he wants to use World Strider's effect, he has to use it now. He can't do it when we resolve and call out odd or even. So if he sacks his Skyclave, well, then we get to call out even. If he sacks his Lieutenant, then we get to go ahead and call out the other cards. And then we're going to put an upkeep stop here. No text. Force him to sack this. So we're going to put an upkeep stop here so Doom doesn't sack to itself. And we're going to play Omen. There, okay, well, we won. There we go. Just value, 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 value. All right, Silent X. We're on the draw, looks like. Silent X. All right. Yeah, seems fine. Got 3 mana, and we have 3 mana plays. Sure. We cracked this turn 1 scry. What are we playing against, though, is the question. So we're gonna use Fabled Passage first because there's no point of playing this and then cracking this. It doesn't do anything. What are we playing against? So it becomes a 3/3 elk or something? Okay, well, we might just lose to whatever this is. All right, what do we need? We have white, we have black and green. So I guess I'll grab white because we need double white for Yorion or ECD. I have no idea what we're playing against. No, because we're gonna draw that. I have no clue. I have no clue what we're playing against. I really have no idea. Draw 2 cards. Oh, I missed. Oh, actually, never mind. And see the creature there at the end. So he's gonna put it on, I'm assuming, on this guy. But if he puts it on this guy, that means he doesn't get to draw 2 cards. So he's gonna probably put it on the other guy and make the other guy bigger. Yeah. Silent X. What a deck. Interesting. Okay. Well, we have more removal on the sideboard after game 1. I mean, I can't beat whatever whatever this is. No blocks, I guess. This is all right. Kenrick's transformation, huh? Interesting. All right, we'll remove the Haven here, grab another 2/2 out of it. He's gonna draw 2 cards here. That's gonna be kind of unfortunate, but we cast Archon. We go block this guy. What's the 4th effect do? Create a gold token. Okay. No point of attacking. So we're holding this back, and then we have the tokens to block the 6/6, I guess. And he has a 7-card hand. That's kind of devastating. Questing Beast. Ay. Well, that was kind of weird to attack. So block here. And then we could just chump block here. This fizzles, so we're only going to take 1 from here. This doesn't have trample, so sure. So we gain back life. Discard that to the bottom. All right, put this on black. Yeah. Let's play ECD, get rid of this. Get rid of Questing Beast, create a 2/2 off it. I'm gonna attack him for 3. Gain some life, use this as a blocker. What does the gold token do though? Sacrifice, add 1 mana of any color. Okay. We're at 8. If we could draw a land, we can do these 2. So we can start pumping this guy and then draw a card off it and create a 2/2 off it. But if we don't draw a land, depending on what he plays, I guess I play Yorion, blink this, and blink this. Depends on what he plays, though. Yeah, that 3/3 attack was very interesting. Because it didn't do anything. Another Questing Beast. Alright, so I guess we're blinking Yorion here then. So block, take 4, blink Yorion, exile this, create more dudes. So you can do something with 2 mana, I guess, if he sacks this. We're gonna gain 5, go to 9. Use Yorion, blink Archon, blink ECD, use ECD, get rid of Questing Beast, create another 2/2, and then have a bunch of blockers. Does he have a way you could remove my arc? Oh, wow. Okay, so you could do that, I guess. Well, I guess we're still going to blink it. I mean... Oh, it's not a fire anymore. And this doesn't have lifelink anymore either. Okay. So, since this doesn't have lifelink anymore, I'm wondering if it's worth even attacking. That's... sucks, I guess. He had 3 of them. Alright, then... I guess it's still worth attacking in the air. Because we get to create another one anyways. So do this. Let's blink and blink. Maybe I should have held it back because it could gain life. This is a lifelinker, but get rid of Questing Base, create a 2/2 lifelinker. So these 3 of them are gone. So let's see what he can do now. And he's taxed on mana, so you're going to start casting creatures here. All right, well, take my Skyclave. I guess we're going to double block this Illicit or whatever it's called, and then play Nightmare. Double block. Can't play anything at instant speed because it's costing him 2 extra mana. I would like to draw some. So play this, and then just hold this up. No attacks, go ahead. I could have used Nightmare to kill this, but I want to throw this out so that way I can start using these enchantments to start boosting him up. Guess we bring Yorion back. We could even chump block and bring this back. go ahead and just kill this now, I guess, since he's going to try to protect it anyways. And his mana's taxed as well, so that costed him 4 life. Or 4 mana, I should say. +1/1. We're not going to blink anything. There's no point. Submit 0. Alright, so we drew another land. That's good. Put it on white? No, put it on black. Let's play this. Kill this guy. Draw a card. Take care of this. I guess I should have put it on black, huh? Let's attack with the 4/4 here. Keep our flyers back against this 4/4 guy. And we have Omen. We get to look at his hand next turn. This is a very interesting deck. I mean, I get the concept. Nice. Sure. Selfless Savior, sure. Another Selfless Savior, sure. All right. Let's go and draw a card, grab a land out of the deck. Take action, grab a plains, draw a card, another land. Let's see what you have in your hand, opponent. Ooh, okay, well. Let's kill one of these, make this guy even bigger. Force him to sack. Got to get rid of it. Otherwise, he's just going to have a bunch of indestructible guys. Sure. Resolves. There's no point of attacking now. Just because he can make things indestructible. Ooh, that was a good draw. That's fine because we have this guy. Now let's take care of this. Let's take this angel of his. And then it doesn't matter. This is a token, so when it leaves play, it won't even matter. Let's attack. Hold back 3. Hold back to 5/6 because he's gonna get 2 counters on, or 3 counters on something here. This will give us another land. It would give us also a draw. Good game. All right, so we need removal here, and he's playing a lot of low-end cards, so Elspeth Nightmare is also very good here. It's like he's running this, he's running this. I know obviously he makes them into 3/3s, which is the bad part about it. But like if we could get it, and he's running this, if we can get it out fast, then we're looking good. Cut 2 of those. I think we're gonna cut one of those. I think we're gonna cut Treacherous Blessings. I think that's fine. We could bring this in, but I don't think it's worth it because he gets like the only flyers he was creating was the token where he exiles and then makes a flyer. So there's no point for that. What would be good here would be if we had enchantment removal. So maybe I should add some like wilts or thrashing brontodons in the sideboard. Because they're good against Embercleave Henge anyways. They're good against Doom Foretold, good against Maze Mind Tome. So maybe there's some merit to put some of those in the sideboard. But having access to additional 2 eliminates 2 heartless acts will help us a lot. Well, we're on the draw. This is kind of bad. The other two. All right, we're gonna risk. We're gonna take that risk. We have 2 lands on the scry with the draw. Turn 3, turn 4, or turn 4 maybe. Let's see. That's a good draw. That gives us our next land. Don't want that. I kind of want lands here. Yes, this gives us another land, so there we go. Now I don't have to shock this either. Ooh, I almost accidentally maybe hit decline there too. Okay, okay. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just gonna play this and pass and hold up this just in case. I could have added Yorion to my hand, but if I do add Yorion to my hand, I have to discard to hand size anyways, so there's no point to do that. So might as well just do that. Okay, so let's play this, play the Angel. I guess he's probably gonna play Skyclave then. I'm sure he has Skyclave in his hand. He just hasn't had something to Skyclave yet. Or he might have the because he didn't want to make this into a 3/3 creature, so he might have that card to make this into a 3/3. Yep, there it is. Which is fine. I mean, we can still attack with 3/3, so. And we'll play this tapped, and then we'll either hold up Mythos or Omen of the Hunt here. If he doesn't do anything relevant, we'll play Omen. If he does something relevant, we'll obviously just Mythos it. Questing Beast looks like a good Mythos of target. I guess the only bad part would be is if he has like a instant speed protection spell, I guess, but so now we can do add Yorion to our hand and do Omen in the same turn, or do Yorion Mythos in the same turn. We have a bunch of different plays here we could do. Guess I'm gonna go grab Green, and then I could grab something else with this. Do I care for this? Or do I want to Omen here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be 7. That's interesting. Okay, so we have double black. We have triple white. Oh, this is kind of tough if I want to Mythos this or not. Yeah, we'll just kill it. I think he has the thing to exile and make a 4/4 angel or something, I believe. Yeah, there it is. All right, no attacks. So we're taking 4. That's fine. We go to 18. We can flash this in. Depending on what he... Another questing beast. All right. So I'm thinking I'm going to block here and then call out even with extinction. Kind of sucks that we're losing Archon, but it's fine because we have ECD to later get it out. Especially since we get to extinction here on even and take 2 of his powerhouses out is pretty good. That's that questing beast number 3, I think. It is. Take action. I'm gonna grab white here. We have double graying, we have multiple blacks. So extinction on even. Even if he has the exile target permanent to make a 4/4, it won't matter because it gets exiled as well. Let's just create a blank this. Go grab, I guess, a forest here. Give us more mana. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'll give us double ECD churn. Obviously, I would have wanted to have this in play so then I could blink and get a free target, but it's fine. We can sack this if we want to start scrying. Serpent. 6/6 Serpent. Ooh, what do we have? We have 1, we have 2, we have 3. That's not good enough. Can't exile this either. So I think I just play this to tax his mana next turn. Sure. No attacks. We're going to use it as a blocker, and then we're going to use Eerie Ultimatum to return it. We're also going to sack Omen. Oh, I can't block. That was dumb on my part. Darn it, I forgot this guy has protection from multicolored. But it also has reach, so I can't attack anyways, I guess, so it doesn't really matter. So either way, it didn't matter, I guess. Okay, so what are we looking for? Extinction would be a good card. Nightmare and Timid of Calls. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That technically works. So we leave this on top. And then we'll be able to get more stuff out of it. Sure. Yeah, sure. All right, so let's make sure we don't mess up here. So we got double green. So we could use one of our whites, and a black. Because then we have double green, double white, triple black. I don't actually want to remove any of this, so we're gonna decline because we're gonna play Abzan Eerie Ultimatum here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So sure, I guess. It's fine. We're gonna sack this so that way we don't draw mana. Grab forest because we have Birth of Meletus anyways, grabbing us a land. Create a 4/4 angel, sure. Take action, grab this. Grab this. Start generating a bunch of counters. Okay, good game, I guess. I don't know if that's really a good game or not, but sure. Yeah, sure, we'll keep it. But yeah, Abzan Ultimatum does pretty good. Hey, Dark Force, how you doing? Just playing some All right, here we go. Jeffer. That sounds very familiar. I wonder. Maybe I'm in the same Discord group with him or something. I don't know. Let's see. All right. So we have 2 lands. Wolfhaven. No, I have them all. All right. Well, I mean, we're not gonna mulligan. It's 3 land, Timid, bottom Yorion, Archon, turn 4 possibly. All right, so we play with the Triome here. Let's see what happens. Not the greatest hand, but it's not the worst possible hand. Gilded Goose. Okay, so ooh, that was a pretty good draw. We have Birth of Meletus now, so we have our 4th mana for Archon, and we have a turn 3 and a turn 4 play now, and then obviously late game, we have Eerie Ultimatum, and since we're playing against food, they can't interact with Ultimatum. Okay, so it's definitely food now because Witch's Oven. That's the only deck that plays. Okay. Alright, so Timber calls, play this, help us create some dudes. Yeah, Nightmare, we'll get rid of Nightmare just because Nightmare doesn't do really anything against this matchup right now. Because their creatures are just going to be bigger than 2 power, you know, with the wolf, with the trail, I mean not the trail, Troll King and stuff like that. So I think we should be pretty good against food decks, but I don't know. Okay, Mammoth we don't care for. Alright, so let's see what we mill off with Birth of Meletus. Oh, not Birth of Meletus, Timber of Calls, what am I saying? Yeah, I think I get rid of Timber here because Birth of Meletus could help me grab some land later. And on top of that, this Timber is going into the discard pile, so we have Eerie Ultimatum to grab it back. So we want different types in the graveyard because you can only get one of the same type. Having 2 Timber is not going to do anything because we can only grab one of them with Eerie Ultimatum. And we have Archon here, so we can start gaining some life. We go fly in the air. We could block his Mammoth with our 0-4. So we have blockers here. Ooh, Wicked Wolf. That's not good because now he gets to kill our Archon for free. So we lost our Archon here, but I think we're not in a bad position still. We're not great, but we're not in bad position because we have Eerie Ultimatum. We get to gain 2, scry 2 here because of Timur's third ability. Okay. So let's see. Ooh. So I'm thinking maybe we keep them both because the champion. So we're gonna cast the champion and then throw it in the graveyard so we get Eerie Ultimatum, and then the Fable Passage would be our mana number 7 for Eerie Ultimatum. Obviously, the champion's not gonna do anything on the first when we cast it, but when we cast Eerie Ultimatum, yeah, see, so we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 enchantments. Tyrant goes in there, that makes it 4. So I think we keep them both. Play our Triland and grab Yorion to our hand and pass turn. Next turn, I think next turn we cast, obviously we cast a champion. We use it as a chump blocker. Okay, so I'm at, ooh, Henge. That's not great. But he only has 1 card in his hand. All right, we're at 27, so I think we just use one of the tokens to block the Mammoth because otherwise, if we double block the wolf, he can create a food and then make it indestructible. So I think we'll just block here, take 4. And we get to play, so play champion obviously here. Let me see, what color are we looking for? Because Fable Passage. So we have green with the triomes. We could put Pathway on black. That'd be triple black. We can sack Fable Passage, grab the 2nd white, and that would give us the Eerie Ultimatum mana. Okay. We're looking. See, this is why we didn't double block the wolf, because he could create the food. And then we get to bring back, what is it, like 5, 6, Fable Passage is 7. Champion would be 8. Double block easily, kill the Mammoth. He gets to kill our champion. That's fine. We get to bring it back with Eerie Ultimatum. Troll, that's fine. Gets to draw a card. That's the only part that really we care about. Obviously, Troll King is a problem because they keep coming back and back, but you know. All right, so play Fable Passage. We got 3 black, 2 green. Let's go grab white because we have 2 green with the triomes. All right, so grab a plains. And Eerie Ultimatum. This is going to be huge. Huge Eerie Ultimatum. We're going to bring back a lot of stuff and draw a ton of cards. 5, 6, 7, 8 permanents. This is huge. Watch all these triggers happen. This is ginormous. All right. We get to create a bunch of 2/2s. We get to create we get to draw a bunch of cards, then our deck out of lands. And we're gonna have too many cards in our hand actually. Okay, that's the 3 from the Treacherous Blessing, and then this is the draw 4 from the champion. Yikes. Alright. Let's crack Fable Passage. It doesn't really matter at this point what land we get. So we currently have to discard 3 cards, so I'm just going to kill the goose here just because we're going to have to discard 3 cards anyways. So just get it off the field now. So that way we don't have to discard less cards. And Doom Foretold, he has to sack something anyway, so he might have already sacked the goose for it, so we'll just... Alright, I guess we just discard the lands, and... I don't know if I want to discard Yorion. Do I want to discard Yorion? Maybe, like I said, I think it's just double lands, because we have plenty of lands in play, and we have Omen of the Hunt to have another land. Yep. Yeah, chat. I think we're doing pretty well here. I think we're doing pretty darn well. So, oh, another Troll King. Okay, that's fine. He can't beat. We have 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 11 in the air with our Archon and our flyers, and we gain life. So, yeah, and I think we're just gonna win in the air here. I'm not really sure what our opponent can do. He has 3 cards in his hand, but that's not really doing anything. We have 7, and we have, what is this, 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 permanents in play. So he's attacking with a wolf. Yeah, we're just going to chump it. So we have 11 in the air, sack Birth of Miletus, because we could bounce Treacherous Blessing with Yorion to draw cards again. Doesn't really matter what we get rid of here. We don't play another Eerie Ultimatum, so I could either play a Mario's Call and give everything indestructible and attack that way, but that's not maybe a good enough attack. Thinking, okay, so the 2 lines of play is either play Eerie Ultimatum, not Eerie Ultimatum, Mario's Call, giving everything indestructible and attacking, or I think maybe Omen of the Hunt, Yorion Blink, and Heartless Act. I think that's probably better, but let's just attack first and see what's going to happen. Let's do some damage first. So we're going to get in 11 in the air, gain 11 life. Yeah, this is a really good deck. Eerie Ultimatum is a very powerful card as well. I mean, it's not our main win condition, but it's a passive win condition. Yeah, so I think we play Omen, and then when we Yorion Blink everything, we're just going to generate way too much value here. Yeah. Oh, keyboard stuck. All right, so grab a land. It doesn't really matter what we get here. Forest, sure. Yorion Blink, the Archon, Blink, Treacherous Blessing, Doom Foretold, the Hunt, and Timid of Calls. We get to draw a bunch of cards. We get to mill again at the end step, grab a land, create a ton more 2/2s. Oh, Soren Markov, 54. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. All right. So here we go. All these triggers. Holy crap. Holy moly. Yeah, we're not losing from this game. No, it's crazy. We have, what is this? Five. We have nine 2/2 flyers. Yeah, and we're at 27. All right. And we have to discard 6 cards. Holy crap. Six cards. All right. Timorant. I don't think we need a champion. Treacherous Blessing and an ACD, I think. Yeah, we'll discard those. It's to sack something to Doom Foretold, and then when it comes to us, we'll sack the Treacherous Blessing. Because we don't need to draw too many cards anymore. We're just going to win on our attack anyways. Alright, I think we won, chat. He can sack a ton of food, I guess. He'll start getting a bunch of life, but we have 10, 18, 21. We have 25 in the air, so I don't think he can survive enough. He doesn't have enough mana to sack it all, I guess. And even if he does, he has 3 blockers, and we have 4 ground creatures plus an ECD, and we have retreat. I don't know what my opponent's looking for. I'm kind of curious. Is there something in food that they can survive or something? All right, chat. You guys know what's going on here? Is he just looking through his deck for something? Is there something in his deck? I don't think they main deck Ugin, so all right, so we won that game. All right, I don't know what he was looking for, so that's interesting. All right, so food, huh? So I think we want probably we have way so much air creatures here. So what is he looking for? We had 10, 18, 21. We had 25 in the air. So like, All right, so we bring in removal, heart attacks, eliminates, extinctions. Extinction is very good against them because we can exile the Troll King. Unfortunately, we don't have something we can get. We don't have anything that can get rid of Witch's Oven. So I mean, other than Mythos. So the 1-drops are not great here. We're gonna cut that. Yorion, okay. Let's see what else. I don't know if Doom Foretold's very good in this matchup, to be honest. I think we keep the retreat because we go wide with it. Calyx is fine here, I think. Maybe. We have to cut 2 cards. Yeah, 1 Archon. We're gonna remove it because the wolf can fight. Wolf can fight it and kill it, so we'll just cut 1 of those. So 1 more card, huh? Yeah, okay, Doom Foretold. We'll take Doom Foretold out. Not that great against this match because they run a bunch of like 2 drops, 1 drops, Witches Ovens, Trellicrums, Wolf, all that stuff. So they have a bunch of permanents, so let's just get rid of it. Unfortunately, can't play the music for the video, but if you guys watch me live stream, you guys will hear the music. All right. Yeah, we'll keep. I think this is a good enough hand. We have a removal. All right, so we think we play Fable Passage first because it comes in tapped regardless. And our other lands in our hand are coming in untapped. All right. Oh, I didn't know they play Crawling. I didn't know they play Crawling Barrens in food. All right. All right, so we're looking for green here, I think, right? Because we have black and white and Mythos. We need, okay, well, we drew another land. That's good. Now we're going to hold up Eliminate. Love Struck, sure. Now let's just eliminate the Love Struck. Keeps them off Henge. And we're only taking 1 anyways, so. Ooh, okay. That's actually pretty good. That was actually pretty good. We'll just kill the 1/1. I was going to play the Treacherous Blessing, but Nightmare is fine. Ooh, Questing Beast, okay. Hmm. So we could either Mythos this, or we could play our land and play Archon. Since his hand is Troll and the Goose Guy? He can't play the Troll King yet. I guess if he draws a land, he could play Troll King because he could use Castle to generate 6 mana. So maybe I just play the... I think I played the Archon here. I don't know. Mythos also is pretty good. It's kind of tough. All right. I think yeah, I think this is just better because we'll take 4, go to down to 10. We could attack back, go to 13. And then we have Questing Beast to deal with the following turn. All right, yeah, so he drew land and the castle could allow him to play. All right, so let's see, what are we doing? So we're facing 11. We can attack and gain 3. So I could attack 3, go to 13. He hits me for 11. I can either play Treacherous Blessing. I can even cast another Archon. Or I can hold up Mythos. Hmm. Yeah, I guess we'll just generate a 2/2 with this. A little difficult because you don't know if you want to do that. There's my black, but wait. Oh, I can't even. Okay, that's darn. I thought for some reason the pathway was the green white pathway, and I had a green mana in play, so I was gonna play the Haven. But all right, well, otherwise we should have just played the Triumph there. That was kind of a punt. All right, we're not dead. We're at 13. He can only hit us for 11 currently. He has Goose, an unknown card. We can also chump block to uh, take away 4 damage because we block. That's 2 damage, and then lifelink would be another 2 damage. All right. So technically we go up to 15. and then we get hit for 5 from the trample and the 4. So that'd be. But also, we could also just take 11. No, we don't want to take too much damage. Mythos is good too. So if he has a henge here, we can use this to kill it. Okay. Man, I wish I had a extinction here. Actually, extinction wouldn't do too much because if we call out even, we lose Archon. But it does kill Mammoth. I mean, it kills Questing Beast and Troll King. All right, so we have 5 mana, huh? So I'm thinking we probably play Wolfhaven here and hold up the Mythos, and then by playing the Wolfhaven, we generate a 2/2 lifelinker. Maybe that's the best way to survive. I think that's the best play. So we play Mythos. We take a life from Treacherous Blessing, counter 2/2, play the land tapped, hold up Mythos. We can attack here for 3, but then we might just die to the backswing, so we'll hold it back as a blocker / lifelinker. Mythos is such a good card, man. If you play in the Abzan colors, it's such a great card. 3 mana, kill any non-land permanent. It's pretty darn good. Crawling Barrens. Alright, well, it makes sense. They're mono green, I guess. I play Crawling Barrens in my blue black control deck. Alright, so he's gonna draw a card. That's good for us. He's not progressing his board. If he only had 1 creature 4 power or higher, we could have Mythos it, and then he wouldn't have drew a card, but he had 2, so it doesn't really matter. Wow, he's attacking with Mammoth? That's just a free block, and I gain 3 life. Interesting. I think the Mammoth attack was a bad attack. So we kill Troll King with here. We take a damage from Treacherous Blessing, go down to 4. We can block Archon to Mammoth. We could also double block Mammoth and gain 5 life. But we lose a 2/2. But we can also, no, I think we probably shouldn't. I think we should just block with Archon here. And yeah, we just block with Archon here. Yeah, I think we just block with Archon because then we could attack with the 2/2 and lifelink. The only logic here doing the block was so we could go up to 5 life. Because Treacherous Blessing, we're at 3, so Treacherous Blessing could like kill us down the road. Alright, so I think what we're supposed to do here is attack with our creatures, gain 5 life, go to 8, and then cast Yorion, Blink, Archon, Wolf of Haven, and Treacherous Blessing, and then when they come back into play, they create 2/2s because of Archon. Alright, so let's attack, let's gain some life. So yeah, so we're attacking here because we're going to gain life, and then we're going to Yorion Blink everything. Well, obviously except for that token. Oh, nope, that's 6 lands, okay. So Yorion Blink, Archon, Wolf of Haven, and Treacherous Blessing. Alright. Create 2/2/2 flyers and draw 3 cards. Yep, okay. Kind of sucks that we didn't have Champion in play because then Champion could have started getting bigger. That's the pathway I thought I had in play. That one turn. Alright, create two lifelinkers, draw a bunch of cards. Ooh, eliminate and retreat, and Omen of the Hunt. That was a really good 3 cards. All right, so if he attacks here with Questing Beast and Troll King, we could use Yorion to block Questing Beast, and we could send everything to block Troll King, I guess, and kill it. The only thing I'm debating on here is if I should play Omen prior to combat or cycle the Triome. Hmm. All right. I think we should just block with Archon here too and just kill it. Especially since I have another Archon in my hand, and he doesn't get to kill all the tokens. He only gets to kill one of the tokens in Archon, and we kill his Troll King. And we're gonna gain, what is it, 2, 4, 7 life. We go up to 14. I think that's the best play. Yeah. The only way we get blown out is if some kind of green combat trick. I think we're looking pretty good. Another Troll King. This food generator. Do we kill the food generator? Yeah. Keep him off some mana too. So we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 mana next turn. Okay. 9 mana, 4, 7, 10 mana. Okay. I think we cast Archon, play Retreat, and play our land. And then we get to create no, not create. We'll put +1/+1 counters on all our creatures and attack in the air for 6 and gain 6. Alright, yep. So play our land. I'm pretty sure we play our land here. Why do we okay, so yep, attack for 6. Maybe I should have played the Triome, but I kept the Triome back in case I could to cycle, because we have a lot of lands in play and we have Omen and the Hunt in hand. So we have a lot of lands. That's the only reason why I didn't play the Triumph here. We're at 17. He's at 6. We have 3, 6, 9, 13 in the air. I think we got this, chat. Mono green food dot deck. Damn. And the Wicked Wolf doesn't do anything here because our Archon is a 4/5. So he could sack a food and his wolf becomes 4/4. Wilt. That would have been nice for him too, earlier in the game. What you gonna do? Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when it comes for you? Alright, so he's attacking. Okay. 3 to block. Gain life. And he only gets to kill 2 of my tokens. He's at 6. We have 7 in the air. Yeah, that's a pretty good deck. I'm having a pretty good win streak with it. I think I started the day. I was playtesting other decks too. Somewhere in the 93%, and we were losing with those decks. So then we started playing this deck, and we brought it up back to 97. And some of those matches where we were winning with this deck, we weren't even gaining the percentage because we were playing against players like in the 85%, and when you play lower ranked percentage players, you don't really sometimes gain rank. So all right, so draw a card, create a 2/2. Oh, nice, an untapped land. Now we could play Omen of the Hunt. Create 2/2s. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We have lethal here, but we just create some 2/2s. Play Omen in the Hunt, grab a land, put counters on everything, and attack for lethal. All right, that's game. But yeah, so we were playing another deck. We're testing. We were just testing decks to see what happens, and didn't do so well. This one brought us back a lot. Like I said, we played against a bunch of lower percentage players, so a lot of our matches we didn't even move a percentage. All right, good game, opponent. Attack. Sack food. He goes to 9. We still have lethal. All right, good game, opponent. Hey everyone, welcome to the Sideboard guide. All right, so we're going to discuss against the, I would say, 5 to 6 top decks being played currently in Standard, and how we sideboard against them, and why we sideboard, what we sideboard. But before we get into that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Hit that notification to receive, I guess, the notification when I upload new videos. I post videos weekly, 2, 3, maybe 4 times a week max, but usually it's about 2 to 3 videos a week. Just started a new Discord. The description of the deck link will obviously be in the description of the video. I mean, what am I saying? Description of the deck link. The deck link list will be in the description of the video. I just started up a Discord if you want to join my Discord. The link to the Discord will be there. The link to my Twitch, if you want to watch these decks live stream, it's going to be there. But yeah, check the description, drop some comments below, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. But let's get into the decks. So, all right, so we just saw the matches right now. You know, we played against the new deck that's kind of gaining popularity. It looks like I've seen people starting to play it a little more. It's that green-white, that like transformation enchantment card, whatever it is. I've played against it a few times now, actually, today. So we played against that. We played against Winota. Winota is kind of a deck that you'll see for sure. Not as much, but you'll see it. And we played against Mono Green Food. Mono Green Food obviously is a deck you'll see. We've also played played against Rogues. We played against Gruul and stuff like that. The deck right now has, I believe, if I check the stats, I mean, we haven't played too many matches, something around 11, 12 matches, and it has like around a 69% win rate, it says on my untapped GG, whatever it is. So it's pretty good. Obviously, the more matches you play, that could go lower or higher depending on what you do. But that's the rating we have on it for in Mythic. So obviously, the lower rank you go, the better it might be. We'll see, yeah, I don't know. So it depends. Depends on your playstyle and what your opponent's playstyle. But all right, let's get into the sideboard guide. So the first deck we're gonna do is Gruul. Against Gruul, it's pretty linear. It's just simple. So what we're doing here against Gruul is we're bringing in just removal because they're an aggro deck. So we're bringing 2 eliminates, 2 heartless acts, 2 extinctions, and what we take out is Alvz, the life bounty. It's useless. It's a 1/1. We can't block any of their creatures. If we do, it just dies. So we take out all 4 of those. We take out 1 nightmare because it can't really hit too many of the cards. It does hit the Brushfire, hits the Edge Wall, but the cards that we care for are like Questing Beast, Love Struck, Mammoth, stuff like that. Obviously, Brushfire we do care for because that's a powerhouse. And we cut 1 Treacherous Blessing because they're an aggro deck. We don't want to get play this on turn 3 and then start taking a bunch of damage from our own effect. So we cut 4 life bounties, 1 nightmare, 1 blessing, and we bring in 2 eliminates, 2 heartless acts, 2 extinction. That's pretty easy. That's Gruul. Now, if we're playing against Rogue, we bring in a lot more against Rogue, and Rogue is kind of it's like, I think I was looking on MTG Goldfish or whatever. It's like the second most played deck apparently. So against Gruul, or not Gruul, I'm saying Gruul. Against Rogues, we bring in 2 Duress, we bring in 2 Chains, 2 eliminates, 2 heartless acts, 2 Destiny Spheres, and 1 nightmare. So Duress obviously want to pick off their hand, take away their adrenaline logs, take away their Into the Stories. So bring in Duress. Chain Web, obviously it has the escape mechanic. It can fight their flyers. They play the Wind Robber and the other one, the 2/3 guy, I forgot his name. And then the Heartless Act eliminates because we want to kill their rogue creatures on the spot and not let them mill us. So we bring in more removal. Destiny Sphere, the reason for Destiny Sphere is because of the passive. So it says your creatures and enchantments can't be countered. And since Rogues is trying to just tempo and counter your stuff, if you could land this and it doesn't die, then you'll be able to hard cast all your enchantments without worrying it being countered. So we bring 2 in, and it's a body that can block what's it called, the Guild Enforcer. So that's another reason we bring that in. And then Nightmare is just a very good card against Rogues. It kills their almost all their creatures, and it on top of that picks out one of their cards out of their hand. The exile and graveyard, sure, that matters because Loris doesn't become relevant, but it's mainly for the first 2 abilities, the look at their hand and destroy a creature. So we bring in, that's what we bring in. So we bring in 2 duress, 2 chains, 2 eliminates, 2 heartless, 2 destiny spheres, and 1 nightmare. And what we take out is we take out 4 life bounties. It doesn't do anything in this matchup. We're not protecting any of our enchantments from removal or something like that, so we cut those. We cut 3 wolf havens because we don't want to draw this and then we're already like behind and then we draw this. It doesn't do anything for us, so we cut 3 wolves. We cut 1 Doom Foretold because a 4 mana kind of costly spell against rogues, and we definitely cut the 3 Elspeth Conquers deck because they don't play anything 3 costs or higher except for Loras. So we cut those. So we cut the 4 bounties, 3 Wolf of Havens. We cut 1 Doom Foretold and 3 Elspeth Conquers deck. That's against rogues. So now if we're playing against another popular deck would be Obosh, the Temur Obosh deck, and this is more popular than the Temur Ramp non-Obosh deck, I guess. So against Obosh, we want to bring in 2 duress, 2 eliminates, 2 heartless acts, and 2 extinctions. So duress we bring in because we want to take away their Genesis Ultimatum. This is a way we could pick off a Genesis Ultimatum early in the game before they can cast it. And obviously, if they have 1 less, it's more likely for us to win because usually it's Genesis Ultimatum into Genesis Ultimatum or something like that. So 3 versus 4, it makes a difference. Obviously, if you pick off a second one, 2 versus 4 is even a bigger difference. So this is to get rid of Genesis Ultimatum pretty much. We bring this in. The eliminates and heartless, because they're no Bosch deck, that means they're playing creatures, 3 costs and or odd cost, whatever. So we want to kill their creature, so we bring this in, which is the other reason also why we bring extinction. Since they're a no Bosch deck, all their creatures are odd, so we can extinction on odd and just board wipe them. So we bring in 2 duress, 2 eliminate, 2 heartless act, 2 extinctions. And then what we cut is, once again, we cut life bounties here. We're not protecting our enchantments against anything, so we cut life bounties, all 4 of them. We cut 1 Doom Foretold because it could be a little slow. They're probably gonna bring in negates and stuff like that. We cut 2 Wolf Havens here. We still do want to kind of ramp. It's still a 2 mana card for our other creatures, so we only cut 2 here. And then we cut 1 Archon because they're 5/4 flyer, to just beats this anyways. 4 mana, so we cut 1, but we keep the other 2 in because we're still running a bunch of enchantments. We still lifelink, so we cut 4 life bounties. We cut 1 Doom Foretold. We cut 1 Archon and 2 Wolf of Havens. We bring in 2 duress, 2 eliminate, 2 heartless act, 2 extinction. So that's against Obosh decks. Another deck, I guess, would be, now if we're playing against like another Doom deck, most likely you'll see is Esper Doom. We don't have very much against Esper Doom because I think our matchup should be fairly fine. We flood the board more than they will, so their Doom Foretold should be sacking on their own effect more likely than on our effect, since we just play so much permanence, much more permanence than they do. So we don't have much against their deck. Obviously, we could put more on the sideboard. We could put like some Wilts or Thrashing Brontodons might be fine. Thrashing Brontodon actually might be a fine sideboard card because it's also good against Gruul. So 3/4 body that could block Mammoth, block Brushfire, and then it can also kill Henge and what's it called, Embercleave. So I might actually add some Thrashing Brontodons in the sideboard. So, but against Doom, we bring in 2 duress, 1 nightmare, and 3 destiny spirits. So duress, obviously, they're just spells. They're Doom Foretold, they're ECDs, stuff like that. They're treacherous blessings, so they're spells. You bring in duress to take away their spells. Same thing goes with nightmare. We're not bringing this in to kill their creature. We're bringing this in to take away their spell and possibly exile their graveyard for Dance of the Mance. And then we also bring in the Destiny Seers because after sideboards against Esper Doom, they're going to bring in like Mystical Disputes, bring in negates, bring in the counter spells. So this, if we resolve this, resolve her, our enchantments are uncounterable, so they're what's it called, counter spells that are useless in their hands. So that's why we bring these in. So we bring in the 2 duress to pick off their hand. We bring in Nightmare also to pick off their hand, and Destiny Spirit to prevent the counter spells, all 3 of them. And we just take away our removal here pretty much, because they're not going to really run creatures. I think the only creature you'll see is, what is it, Skyclave Apparition and Yorion. So we cut 2 eliminates, 2 Heartless Acts, and 2 Life's Bounties. We keep 2 in here because it's still an enchantment. It's a permanent that we can sack for Doom Foretold, and we can possibly protect our permanent from if they bring in like Helion's Intervention or something like that. So we keep 2 in and we cut these removal. So we cut 2 eliminates, 2 Heartless Act, 2 Life Bounties, and we bring in 2 Duress, 1 Nightmare, and 3 Destiny Spirits. That's against Doom Foretold. Now if we're playing against the other, this one's probably more popular than the Doom deck, which is mono red. I guess it's starting to gain some popularity. We should have a pretty decent matchup against mono red because we have life linkers, we have 04 bodies and gain life, we have removal. This guy starts getting too big against them. We have Archon to gain life and start generating life linkers. We have removal here. We have 2/2 bodies here. So we should be fairly good against red, but we do have a sideboard. Obviously we bring in removal against red, so we bring in 2 eliminates, 2 Heartless Acts. We do bring in Destiny Spears here as just blockers. They're 2/3 blockers, and then we bring in 2 events. So we bring in eliminates and Heartless Acts as removal. Destiny Spears, we bring all 3 in. So we bring 2 eliminates, 2 Heartless Act. We bring in all 3 Destiny Spears just as a body to kill off their creatures. That's pretty much what we're using it for. We're not using it for the counter stuff and all that. We're just bringing it as a body to block. And 2 extinctions obviously is a board wipe. So what we're cutting against here, since they're an aggro deck, we're cutting 3 Treacherous Blessings here. We don't want to take damage on our own effects. We're going to draw enough cards with Selesnya Champion anyways. We don't need this against them. We're just going to outvalue them with this and killing their creatures. So we cut 3 Treacherous Blessings. We cut 3 Wolf of Havens. It's not going to do us any good to draw this on turn 5, turn 6. And they have like a Torbrand or Embercleave in play. So we cut Wolf. We cut 2 Doom Foretold, is a little pricey. We cut that, and we cut 1 Illicit. We keep in the other 3 Illicits because, like I said, we can use it to protect our champion or our Archon. So we keep 3 in, and it also has lifelink, but we keep it in. But we cut 1 because they can shock a Bone Crusher and stuff like that, and it's a 1/1, so it doesn't block very good. So we cut that. So once again, we bring in 2 eliminates, 2 Heartless Acts, 3 Destiny Spheres, 2 extinctions. We cut 3 Treacherous Blessings, 3 Wolf of Havens, 2 Doom Foretold, and 1 Elcid. So that's against the meta decks. You might see other decks like Blue Black Control. You might see, I don't know, I guess the food deck. You saw the food deck. So against like Blue Black Control, obviously you just bring in like Duresses, you bring in the 3 Destiny Spheres, you bring in the Nightmare, Duresses to pick their hand apart, Destiny Spheres so they can't counter your enchantments, Nightmares there to kind of pick their hand apart, and then you just cut like removal. You cut eliminates, you cut Heartless Acts, you would cut, I don't know, so that's 4, and you're bringing in 2, 5, you're bringing in 6, so that's 4, and you cut some of these. You could keep actually the eliminates in, and you cut the Heartless Acts and the Elcids because they have Crawling Barons, and eliminate killed Crawling Barons, so you could do that. So you could cut Elicids, Heartless Acts if you want. You could cut the eliminates, but that's what you do against control. Against food, what I brought in against food is I brought removal. So I brought 2 eliminates, 2 Heartless Acts, and 2 extinctions. So I brought in 6 removal, and I cut the 4 life bounties. What else did I cut? I cut I cut 1 to 2 Doom Foretold, I think. So 4 bounties, 1 Wolf of Haven, maybe 1 Doom Foretold. That should be 6. You bring in 6. So that's against the meta decks. There's also other fringe decks you might see, but these are the decks you'll most likely see. So hopefully that helps you out. Of course, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next video.